So this happened just the other day, literally just the other day. I was doing a video shoot with a couple guys. We shot in the morning, broke for lunch. We go into this restaurant. It's known for calzones. You know, I've got a childhood memory of a local mom and pop Italian spot that made incredible calzones that will never compare. Nothing else will ever stack up to that. But this is a popular place. I'd never been there, so I was kind of excited to try it out. And as I'm sitting there looking at the menu up on the wall, I have the option. I'm like, do I go with a healthy choice? They have salads. Or do I go with an unhealthy choice, but a tasty choice? I went tasty. One of my companions went healthy. And as we're sitting there eating, it just struck me like, man, he stood firm in his commitment to his fitness and health goals. And then I continued to enjoy my tasty calzone and the conversation surrounding basketball and the Olympics and everything's going down right now. I didn't really think about it much until we were leaving the restaurant. I go to climb back into the van and I'm balancing my phone and a drink and I'm climbing up into this van rather uncomfortably. And as I settle into my seat, it hits me, Michael, you get to pick your painful. You get to pick what's hard in your life. And I've been thinking about that a lot over the past few days. And it's just been unpacking in my mind. Like, basically every decision that we make is an exchange. We're exchanging some measure of present for some measure of future. We're trading a present tasty meal for future health. We're trading a present purchase of something that we really feel like we need for a future freedom from that purchase or from debt incurred or financial difficulty. We may trade the peace that comes from avoiding a difficult conversation for delayed and multiplied conflict down the road, right? Every decision we make is exchanging something now for something later. And we get the opportunity to decide, how is my decision going to work? Am I going to choose this painful now, this awkward, this uncomfortable now, knowing that it's going to pay off for me down the road? Or am I going to indulge now and just disconnect the consequence from the inciting incident, disconnect the effect down the road from my current cause? And it struck me as I've been thinking about that, how many times I do that exact thing. I've gotten far too good, and I know others are in the same boat. I'm not alone in this. We've become far too adept at disconnecting future consequences from current realities and current decisions. It's far too easy for us to take that number on a scale and disconnect that number on a scale from all of the bad choices leading up to it. We might choose to look at the good choices we made in the last week. Come on, somebody. And look at those and be like, well, why isn't this number on the scale reflecting what's happened in the last week? I don't know. And then it starts this whole cycle, right? We can fight to make good decisions and in the areas where we want to improve, and fight and fight and fight. And then when we don't see the reward we want, we get frustrated. And the fact of the matter is, we forget the significant length of time or the significant number of stacked decisions that have led us where we are. And we don't give ourselves the grace and the time to move into the consequences and the effects from the decisions that we're making today, the good decisions that we're making today. So how do we deal with this in our daily life? Like, how can we use this knowledge to actually improve things in our lives? Admittedly, you're looking at someone that doesn't have it all together. I'll readily admit that. There's literally no hiding it. But there are some areas in my life where I do have it together. And I feel like there are some areas in my life where the realization of what's got to change is becoming apparent. And I'm hoping that as I go on this journey, that you can go on it with me, and that my mediocrity or failure in some areas can give other people hope to know that, like, we're in this together. Like, you might have areas of your life together that I don't. I might have areas of my life put together that you don't. But we can all use some of these things that I've found help me to help ourselves and help each other. There's two pieces. First of all, we have to make the decision early. We have willpower when we're not in the moment. We have the right frame of mind when we're not in the moment. So we have to make the decision early. And two, remove barriers that are going to keep you from following through on the decision that you've made. So whatever that looks like, however you can, take your lunch instead of ordering out. Schedule that conversation rather than just winging it and hoping it comes up. Make an effort to put together the lifestyle and the life you want today, and then do that again tomorrow, and then do that again the day after tomorrow. And if you string enough wins together, eventually you're going to be down the road enjoying a consequence and enjoying a result of the decisions that you've made these days leading up to it. And then you're going to be able to look back and say, those are the days where my life changed. Those are the days where everything turned around for me.